currently out. I've come to Bath Racecourse to get my first vaccine, and I'm kind of nervous, guys. I've been told to park here and then sit and wait for 10 minutes and then go and join the queue. But yeah, I don't really like needles. I don't think anyone likes needles, but I don't like needles. And I'm all on my own, so not looking forward to it. But this is life, innit, boys? This is life. Well, look, you know what? It wasn't too bad. I didn't like it. I definitely felt it. It definitely hurt. But it was alright. I mean, I was there for fucking ages. My appointment was like 3:10, and I got out, I left at like 4:30. Oh no, I got back here for 4:30. So, left about 10:04-ish. An hour later I left. God damn. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. So there we go, one down. My arm is achy. Also, the worst part, right? The worst fucking part is you have to sit for like 15 minutes in like the little waiting area, so that they can like monitor you. And there's a big sign thing that's like, if you feel faint, raise your hand. And while I'm like answering questions as well, someone's like, the person I'm answering a question, there's like a whistle noise. She's like, oh, they're dropping like flies today. Someone's just fainted. I'm like, fucking hell. Anyway, don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am a little bit of a hyper-condriact. So I'm sat there with a sign there that says, raise your hand if you're feeling faint, diagnosing myself with feeling faint. That's what happens to me. I can listen to someone talking about heart attacks, and I'll go faint and nearly pass out. You know what I mean? I'm not cut out for that shit. So I'm sat there like, you are not feeling faint, you little pussy ass. Oh God. So don't be an idiot, Jamie. But yeah, so good times. Whew. Otherwise, yeah, booked it back. It's been a busy evening. Laura went shopping. I've been like hammering through jobs, cleaning and stuff. Otherwise, today at work, I think I finished that hacky thing I was doing, which is needed as well, because I think the team's fucking about with whatever they're doing. They're going to delay by another sprint. It's a shit show, that team, my God. But yeah, so I was kind of hoping they'd be finished, to be honest. I don't know what takes them so long. I really don't. It's a problem, though. But yeah, so otherwise pretty good. Hopefully, I'm feeling okay now, so I feel like I'll feel okay tomorrow, touch wood. Like I said, I just feel like I can't lie on this arm. So, there's that. But yeah, I don't know what the point is of having a vaccine on a Monday when you feel fine the next day. I picked a Monday, so if I was feeling, like loads of people I know are like, oh, I felt really bad after my vaccine, so I'm going to take the morning off or whatever. I was looking forward to having a morning off. Well, I'm fine, except for my arm. I'm a bit of a T-Rex. I can basically use my left arm from like the elbow down, but lifting it up is like, it weighs a fucking ton. So yeah, otherwise though, I'm feeling fine. Just didn't sleep very well. Got up twice. I keep getting up in the middle of the night at about 10 to 2. I don't know what happens at 10 to 2, but I got up at 10 to 2 again, and I got up at another time as well. But I get up and go to the toilet and then walk past my Google Home Hub thing, and it obviously has the time on it. It's very annoying. Anyway, I'm sure Monty isn't a fan. So yeah, otherwise I'm looking into some Mongo serialization issues. I basically I want to set certain conventions in how Mongo serializes data, specifically like GUIDs and enums and date times. By default, it's not as precise as Windows is, so you lose a little bit of like accuracy. So anyway, I try and set those, and then I'm getting issues when I'm using custom Beeson maps, where it's like using the custom Beeson map instead of the serialization, and then all of the, instead of the conventions, which I feel like is a bit odd, to be honest. So I feel like something else might be going on. Yeah, it's like the Beeson map is like superseding the conventions, which is annoying, because then it'd mean you'd have to, if you needed a custom mapping, which isn't too, well, I mean, if you have the if you own the object that you're putting into the database, then you could use attributes instead. But if you don't, then you use Beeson class maps, to like deal with all of that stuff. But yeah, that like wipes the stuff, but then you've got to remember to set every GUID on that object. Oh no, you've got to at the very least remember to put like you can do it for like any GUID on this object rather than going every GUID. It's a little bit different. But yeah, it's super annoying. And I'm trying to figure out if it's possible to get it working, just like use the beast and class maps for everything else you don't have. But I'm seeing it where like the parent object is not working, but like child objects it is. And I'm trying to figure out whether that's because it's got custom, I've got like a little test harness thing that's testing the different modes. Because the reason I did this is because I wanted to move to like using constructors for setting properties. And then you need beast and class maps to tell it what constructor to use basically, and how that lines up with all the other shit. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out if it's the constructor that's fucking it up, or it's just the fact that there's a top level mapping and the bottom level mappings are still being used by the automatic thing. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Otherwise today I'm just trying to like push things through, do a little bit of testing to test some data I've generated, and then just trying to push PRs through, which means pushing this slow ass team to look at PRs, and they're the worst, man. God damn it. And you know what, actually turns out I wasn't great. So like pretty relatively boring day today, in the sense that I effectively just needed to raise a PR and get it pushed through. I had nothing else to do particularly. Excuse me, can I help you? But then I was like sat at the computer, obviously, and then like, you know when you just like can taste cotton wool, you know, and I'm like, my mouth tastes like shit. I'm like getting a bit of a headache. And then I went like a little bit hot then cold. And I normally whenever I have lunch, I nearly always like finish lunch and I'm like, oh, I'm a bit cold. But I just like dropped temperature and I'm like, I feel like I'm not there today. I feel really like tired and like sluggish and stuff. So I like brought my laptop downstairs, told people I was on Teams, but otherwise I didn't have anything to do. It's not like I missed any meetings or anything, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I spent the day watching TV downstairs and basically like checking Teams notifications. Stop clawing the fucking chairs. Yeah, basically like looking at team notifications that are going out to loads of people and being like, don't need to look at that, don't need to look at that. So yeah, my arm is better. I can't like lift it above my shoulder, but otherwise my arm's better. Just been watching a lot of TV, playing a little bit of chess. I tried to like sleep it off a little bit, but I couldn't get sleep in the end, so going to bed early instead, trying to recoup some energy that way. While I was like watching TV, I was watching Him and Her again for like the 18th time. Fucking love that program. It dawned on me what I thought the problem was with my JSON mapping thing I was talking about this morning, where it was like overriding. If you set a custom class map, it was overriding the conventions. And I'm like, why is it every piece of documentation I read says that isn't the case? Anyway, I looked into the source code. When you create the class map, it scans for existing conventions. And I was creating the class maps and injecting them into the configuration, the common config, where it was setting the conventions, and that was after the fact, so I needed to regen it so that it does it better. So fix that problem now, ironically. I'm literally sat there and like, that doesn't add up. I wonder if it's doing this. And then I like flicked over and it was. So easy fix in the end. Just needed to read some source code to figure it out. It is otherwise a bit like I say, got to bed early, try to recoup some energy from today because I slept bad last night. And, well, I haven't done anything today, but you know what I mean, it's exhausting. I came out, it's the afternoon, I got 3% battery, my arm's fine, hey. But yeah, so legitimately today, feeling much better, I can move my arm. You know what that means? It means it's time to join a gym, boys. Bit of an annoying day today. Just need to put that on my to-do list or I'll forget. I was basically sat around waiting a long time. Basically, planning in the morning for one of the teams, the slow team. The other team is like way fucking faster, my old team. Sitting around doing that, and then I was just I raced to get a thing ready for the business to like run, to generate some test data. And then like, as we run it, they're like, oh, we need it to do this and this. And I'm like, well, it definitely can't do that because I'm hacking it in. And the way I'm hacking it in basically means that's impossible unless you wait. And that other thing, it would have been useful to know that. I'm gonna make a load of changes now. So, happy days. But yeah, so the morning was like rushing to wait. And then the afternoon was rushing, and then, like I say, so I'm going to try and push through the changes they want, but it's going to take me a while to put through the PRs that are going to need to do it. Great fun. And again, all of this stuff is like circumnavigating the process. This should go through the real process, it shouldn't go through me. Like, I'm already doing them a favour, you know what I mean? But I still have to push their luck, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, but yeah, that was that. Went for a walk. We had dinner. It's the second time we tried to have fennel, and the first time we had fennel, we went to the chip shop and had sausage and chips. And today we had beans and egg on toast. It was not very nice. So we're not going to try fennel ever again. Been a while. It's hashtag long walk Thursdays. I've been swimming for the last 3 Thursdays, but this week I was like, I'm not going to go swimming because I'm going to go, I'm joining a gym which has swimming, and I'm going to go swimming tomorrow. I'm joining the gym today and I should be able to go there tomorrow. I missed well, no, I didn't want to turn up to the gym on my first day at 6 o'clock in the morning. I think that's a bit aggressive. Just feel bad for whoever has to deal with me, you know. So I'm going for my last ever long walk Thursday because this will be a permanent swimming spot. So yeah, it's been raining recently, so I'm not doing the usual walk. I'm actually retracing my steps to see if it's feasible to walk, or more likely cycle or longboard to the gym, and like, if I was to do that, what route would I take? That kind of question. To be honest, I think it's unlikely that I'll be able to longboard just because of like storage reasons. But cycle. So I think next weekend Laura's going to have the car, so I'm going to get my bike out. I'm on a bit of a fitness kick, guys. We'll see how long it lasts. Hopefully it lasts a while because this gym's fucking expensive. I think it's definitely too far to walk like on a normal like basis. But like I say, I'm just going to see if I can longboard. The main problem is like getting to here. As soon as I'm here, I know I can get there. I'm pretty confident I could do it on my all-terrain wheels as well, so I don't need to thingy. There aren't many scenarios where I won't be able to drive. I just kind of want the option, predominantly because if I could longboard there in the morning, get changed for work, go straight to work, that would be ideal. As much as breakfast would probably be an expense that I wouldn't be able to otherwise like adjust for, but I have actually probably fucked up there. Oh no, to be fair, if I was on my longboard I wouldn't cross that road. Would I? Would I cross this road? No, it's a fucking ring road. I'm not crossing that bitch. So yeah, that's life. Like I say, I'm just doing a little recce, see if I can find the best route. Probably gonna have to turn around halfway through, get back, but Thursday today, so I start late. I start at 9 o'clock, I finish at 5:30. Got to update my like test data generation scripts today. Hopefully I can get to what they need, and hopefully we'll do it in one hit this time instead of 2. But that's life. It's a problem with testing in the fucking staging environment. God damn it. Otherwise though, I love doing these walks because you find areas of Bristol that like, obviously I've never been here before. Why would I have ever been here? It's quite nice. I think it's a bit disconnected from like buses and shit, but it's quite nice. On my like own project stuff, what I'm currently looking at is I'm learning a new framework for populating, seeding Mongo databases. In general, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm building out an identity server and learning about like how to configure OAuth stuff and like security based stuff. And then like as part of that, I used to have a little console app that would just like push data into the database. I'm currently looking into like an actual database seeder using TypeScript. I'm doing quite a lot of stuff with different languages other than C# now, just as like I'm not taking every opportunity to jump at it, but I'm just like, in scenarios where it makes sense, packaging up my own console thing would be a pain in the ass to inject into Docker containers, but this thing wouldn't be. So that's why I'm aiming for it, and I'm just trying to learn new things basically. And then otherwise I'm doing that on my laptop at the moment, and then also potentially looking at Pulumi for setting up MongoDB, although the vast majority of my development is actually on like localhost, so I just kind of want it there to prove I can do it, kind of thing. But like, so that's what I'm doing on my laptop, is from like an infrastructure perspective, database seeding and database stand-up. Although it would be interesting, maybe Pulumi would have to be in. It's going to be interesting to see if I can seed the data into the. That was what I was thinking. I was thinking to myself, it would be ideal if I could have some kind of seeding script that was. Now you see, I thought it'd be a lot easier to get through to this path, but it looks like this isn't even on the map. Does this even go anywhere? Am I going to get fucking a drug addict? A drug addiction, I meant to say there, not an addict. This isn't wise for my hay fever. Okay, right, this gets me to where I wanted to be, but evidently I can't do this on a longboard. Right, well there we go, now we've learned. If we want to do that, we need to stay on the path I was on earlier and kind of go the longer way. There's no cut through on the main roads. Anyway, what was I saying? I was thinking to myself the other day, I was like, I found this seeder thing and I was like, oh, this is ideal, I can inject it into Docker containers, all of that shit. What I'm most likely going to do with Mongo is store it as PAS. PAS. Yeah, PAS or SAS. I'm not sure which one technically it is, probably PAS. Because I prefer that kind of model. I don't want to actually manage my own database as much as I could manage it in Docker. But that raises a lot of interesting questions, because what I effectively want is something that works for both. Because like for local development, then I want it to be able to work with my local host. I want to be able to spin up a database really quickly in Docker. Like, I want to try and make it so that you could literally just pick it up and run it no matter where you are. But the interesting part about that is I need to kind of support multiple things. Like Pulumi, I'm using .NET to spin everything up, and then obviously Docker is like kind of Linux, but I'm kind of forcing myself to think about all of those scenarios. And I remember thinking maybe this seeder thing wouldn't really be ideal if it's TypeScript based, and I'm using .NET to spin up the database. It would mean I'd have to kind of spin up the database, then run the seeder as like a second thing, which wouldn't be as, I'd much prefer to kind of do it all in one hit. Interesting. Well, that's a consideration I need to think about. I hadn't thought about that, but like I say, if I was to spin it in a Docker container, i.e. locally, and when I'm running it on the integration tests where I spin up an environment in Docker, that'll work out. So, interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to, like I say, I'm trying to support all of these different things. A really important one for me is Docker, because what I want to be able to do is run unit tests and like acceptance tests, obviously in memory. But then like for scenarios where I need a dependency, I'm using dependency testing, which is effectively just spinning up a database and running tests against it. And then integration tests, which is spinning up everything that service needs. So maybe a service bus. That's questionable though, because this is your service bus. We'll figure that out when it comes to it. The database, the app itself, something else in Docker. Run all of that stuff. That's pre-release, and then when you deploy it, all you need to do is run smoke tests, because you're, well, smoke tests, because you're confident in everything else. Now obviously there is a difference there between your integration environment. There's no reason why you can't rerun your integration tests, to be fair, in a real environment. But yeah, obviously there's a difference between the integration environment and the like real environment, because one would be PAS, one would be in a Docker container, and therefore like maybe versions would change. But like I say, I'm trying to support all of those things. The key thing I want out of all of this is to be able to, in other services where I want to run this kind of testing, I want to be able to run a so spin up the service, spin up the database, spin up a security service that's suitable for test only, and then gets teared down so you don't have to worry about test users. That's the dream. That's why I don't want to go with something like Auth0 or Azure AD. Anyway, I've just rambled on a bit. But that's what I'm working on, so just so you're aware. It is very much like at the learning stage. That road's loud, isn't it? So I'm still not building something that I think adds value beyond learning. But it's the kind of thing that when I want to build that thing, this thing will really help, you know? Well, it's not very nice walking next to this road. But if I was on a bike or a longboard, this would be ideal. There is also a path on the other side of the road, so I might try and find a scenario where I can cross and then try that on the way back. Yeah, I mean, I might be able to do this in an hour, to be honest, if I walk fast. I need to get fit, so this could be my warm-up for tomorrow. The whole reason I'm like doing this, my like fitness score, my app gives me a fitness score, and I am like less healthy now than a 25-year-old average male, and I'm like 27, but that's not an excuse. So see if we can cross over and go on that side of the road. I'm going to go back to my podcast because otherwise I'll just talk forever. We have our answer. I could not use my longboard on the street wheels on this side of the road. I'm now on the other side of the road. So if I was on my street wheels, I'd have to go on that side, and if I was on my AT wheels, maybe this is a better alternative. We'll keep walking and we'll find out. Otherwise, Google has the like the distance, like an hour-ish walk to the gym. I did it in 50 minutes. So, well, 45, but I turned around where it made sense rather than like actually going to the door. So like I say, I'm not going to run there, but like maybe one day I'll jog there. The reason I'm like getting on this like kind of fitness hype, I've kind of realized that I'm really unfit. Like my heart rate gets way too high. I can't maintain long periods of, if I was to run now, I'd just be knackered. And as much as I'm like skinny, I'm unfit. I want to like address that before it's too late. But also like from a mental health standpoint, like evidently I've struggled with mental health over the last like pandemic. And continuing to do the same thing doesn't help. So I'm trying something new. I want to try and get like physically fit. Everything I've read about like how to be like high performant involves being physically fit. So I want to, like in an ideal world, I want to get to the point where I can like shit out this kind of stuff. I can casually cycle into town and cycle back without worrying about like getting too tired or getting too hot and sweaty. And I want to be able to like keep my head as fit as me, or the other way around, and then hopefully use that to drive me and generate more drive for whatever else I want to do in life. I think I'm like, I've always thought I want to do like really big things, and I always thought I could, and I always thought I could conceive, like I could do that. And I'm at a point now where I spend all my time doing like learning and all of that stuff, but I've started to realize that I'm like kind of wasting away a little bit, especially over the pandemic. I'm just kind of languishing. And like, you're not going to be successful in life if you just let life happen to you. And like this fitness thing is like also one of my ways to kind of drive that as well. Like I'm not languishing physically, and then therefore drive it mentally. But yeah, I mean, I've kind of realized like all these like visions I have of success and like what I want to reach in life aren't going to happen on my current trajectory. I mean, I can get pretty fucking close. Like But what I don't want life to happen to me. I don't want to be one of those people. I want to be those people that's like constantly moving. And like I say, to do that, maybe I've got to move more, you know? But yeah, so that's where I'm at. But yeah, I'm kind of, it's quite nice down here actually, apart from the road. It just, like I say, have to be my other longboard wheels. It's like, I'm glad that that's like my motivation, because that's always motivated me. But like the gym is something that, or fitness is something that you can do and achieve on a daily basis. Whereas like without the daily basis achievement, or weekly basis achievement, don't want to cross here. No, it's commit. This is a shit place to vlog. But like without that daily or weekly achievement, and if you're like working on long-term goals that take a long time to do, it's really easy to get disheartened. So I'm kind of using the gym to motivate the long-term goals, and also using, yeah, that makes sense. I'm using the gym as like a way to drive the long-term goals, but also maintain motivation for them. Whereas previously I've just been picking sites on long-term goals, getting halfway there, losing it, and then thinking, whereas if I go to the gym, then I can start to tick off productivity effectively on a daily basis, hopefully become, like I say, a bit more better in life. Yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of talking out my arse, to be honest with you. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but it makes sense in my head. I feel like it'll work. I did take a hay fever tablet before I left, but my god, these fucking trees, boys. But that's where I'm at. Like I say, I feel like I'm on a bit of a like knife edge. A little bit, like the past week or so has been really like, I've struggled a bit. It's not been as bad as it could have been. And there's been scenarios where I've been a lot worse, but like over the past thing, I've just been like, the problem, a little carrot got dangled in front of me a little bit, and I was like, oh, that's like a good carrot. I'm actually going to ignore these carrots in favor of that one. And then that carrot's kind of disappeared a little bit, and then I've kind of realized that like where I am at the moment, I don't really like that much. But I kind of feel a bit stuck, like in life, at work, physically, I guess. Kind of feel a little bit stuck, and I need to unstick myself. So gym one way, the other way was with this carrot, but like I say, the other options that aren't that carrot are like other carrots or like what I'm currently doing, specifically at work now. What I'm like currently doing, I don't really enjoy that much. There's parts of it I really like, but I don't really enjoy it that much. The problem is going back to what I had before isn't appealing anymore, because it's kind of, I've missed it. It's almost too late. It's shifted away into something I really don't want. I was shifting that into something I wanted, got frustrated, picked something else which I enjoyed, and has now shifted again. So the other carrot which has been dangled would be ideal, because it'd be a case of like, that's like my third option. What I've currently got is shifting to something I really don't think I'll enjoy, and what I used to have has already shifted into something I don't think I'll enjoy. But the carrot looks good. But the problem with the first two that aren't that carrot, oh dear, dog's not very happy. Obviously the new carrot is unknown, but the old carrots are known, and I know that they'll be like 50-50 good, and 50-50 good means when it's bad, you know, because I'm one of those kind of people. But yeah, that's life. In short, I want that carrot, and hopefully in the meantime, and after I've got the carrot, in the gym we'll be able to maintain. Lady's like jogging in jeans and wellies. What the fuck? But yeah, basically I'm very achievement driven. Where I'm currently at is going to shift into something. So what I used to have, I felt like I wasn't really achieving anything, and I didn't like the way that it worked, and it's kind of got worse, although they achieve a little bit more. What I'm currently doing, I feel like, is going to move into a scenario where I won't be able to achieve as much. i.e. like I'm currently achieving stuff, but what it will shift into in the next couple of months is not the same thing. And the carrot will give me really good opportunities to achieve lots. Gym, daily achievements, you getting it's a fucking, I'm just like I said, talking out my ass, making a video file that's going to sit on my computer and never go anywhere. I don't know why I like talking code. Like I'm literally nearly a year behind on the vlog. Like literally a year behind, and I'm talking in code. Even if I like uploaded every day, by the time this video gets out, it's gonna be like 3 or 4 months from now. In which case the code's probably irrelevant. I don't know, to be fair, if I was to go daily again, I could catch up really quick, because a lot of these videos are like 2 weeks long. So like I can cover in a month, I can cover like a year. Maybe I need to do that. I think potentially the real reason why the vlogs have like completely fallen off is firstly the content is boring, and I've not been in a very good like mental state either. The whole idea of this vlog, obviously if you remember, was to kind of incentivize me to do more with my life. Maybe the vlog falling behind is part of the reason why I've declined so much. That's an interesting thought. But yeah, so so firstly the content isn't that interesting. Secondly, like I have to sit at the desk I work at to do it, and maybe that's the bit that kills me. Maybe that's the reason why I can't. It's been out for an hour now. It's pretty good, mate. It's fucking easy. I can do this in like an hour and 15 at this rate. Jesus. Yeah. But I've reshifted my days around now. I wake up quite early. Maybe I could in the morning. All I need to do is press the upload button. I can just run a script, press the upload video button, and while one of them's uploading, the other one is rendering. I could do that every morning at like 5:30. Why don't I? Good question. Let's look into that. Let's look into that. Let's do it. I'm so far behind now. I wonder how many videos I've put out where I've said I'm gonna catch up. That's probably a meme by the time I actually catch up. Jesus Christ. Where I basically started vlogging, I went left there. I can cross here, and there's a big like ring road. Let's not go that way there, that's not as good. Now I'll see if it's easier to connect to this path a bit further down. Still got an hour before I need to go to work, boys, so I get up way too early these days for no real reason. There we go. So I've proved it. I know what I think is the best way via a longboard or a bike, and I would now know a route if I wanted to go to the gym / swim in and then go from there to work on my longboard or bike. Like I say, it's probably going to have to be bike because of storage when I get there. I can't lock up my longboard outside. It's also more weather dependent. I know which way I'd go. Happy days. Now I've just got like half an hour to kill, so we'll see if we can find somewhere to walk. I don't know. Oh my god, today was an absolute hoot, by the way. Got my code generation thing out, and then obviously you run it and then we find problems. We actually found a significant bug that hadn't actually been done yet, but the requirements for the amounts could have been negative with the current mapping rules that were being implemented, but they couldn't be negative. They accept negative, but we're assuming everything's positive in a different system, which fucks shit up a little bit. So we spotted that, and then we're just trying to figure out why data rules aren't working properly and stuff, and it's just like a back and forth with the business who are like trying to test something that they want to test. It's really annoying because they want to like maintain ownership of this thing. Yeah, they don't want to let us test it because they want to be able to make changes whenever they want. Basically, they don't want any processes behind that. But that yet, don't know anything about testing it themselves. And it's like, let us take it. Let me take this. And then I can build a proper framework around it. But you've got to give us the time to build that thing, you know? Ugh, it's really annoying. It was a bit of a shit show, to be honest. Otherwise, we had a crap dinner. It's like roasted beetroot and yogurt or some shit. It was crap. And I fixed my longboard in the sense that I put the tyres back on it. I can't figure out what's going on, but it just moves. The belt just goes out. It goes. And what your man said at Evolve themselves doesn't add up to me. So we had a great day today, ladies and gentlemen. We got up early to standard normal stuff. Finished the rapid changes that I need to do for work, pushed it in, got it ran, got the data in, happy days. I feel like there might be something wrong with it because the person I did it for wanted to call me at like 4:45 on a Friday when we have half days on Fridays. But otherwise, in theory, now that nice piece of work is done, I can now move on to looking at other things in my life rather than doing this thing for them. Which I really shouldn't have been doing. Just because it has the word test data in it doesn't mean it's my job. Otherwise, it's been a good day programming. Working. After work, I went to the gym. I went for a swim. I did a steady 1,500 meters in 32 minutes, which is good. Previously, I've done around like the 1.5, 1.6 mark in like 45-ish minutes. So that's good. But at 1,550, every time I pushed off the wall, my foot just immediately cramped up. I had to like stretch it out, got out, stretched it out, tried to go, didn't work. And then I ended up having to like walk it off effectively. It's that times. It was the first time at the gym. I enjoyed it. It was great. Came back here. Played some chess, did a bit of programming. Had some dinner, watched some TV, go to bed. Come to Bath today. Laura's gone to a shop. We've come all the way to Bath because they have a shop that we don't have in Bristol. And Laura's going to be in there for ages, so I'm going for a bit of a walk. I bought myself a replacement for my like peach polo shirt. Recently I've been going through like all of my, I've got too many clothes effectively. I've been going through all of my like really old clothes and just getting rid of it. And I have a peach polo shirt and it's like really old. I'm trying to think, but I think it was new for the second holiday me and Laura ever went on. So 9 years old now, and it's like discoloured and it's a bit like tatty around the edges. But yes, I've got a replacement for that. Because I basically just wear like block colours, I don't wear like patterns or pictures or anything. It stops me buying new stuff when I've got something already. So I'm like, oh, I've already got a red t-shirt, I don't need to buy a new one. But yeah, most of the things I've actually just got rid of, I'm not replacing, but they had this in the shop and so many times I've walked past it and gone, oh, that's such a nice colour. It's like kind of close to what I already had, so I never bought it. And I just like popped in then, and then they only had one and it was my size. I'm like, well, that's a sign, buy it. I'm now trying to like save money. We're both trying to save money, to be fair. We need to start, not that we haven't already saved a load of money, but like we've got to start thinking about if we want to move house again in the future, we need to have like cash to do it. And obviously before you own a house, you're more like conscious about spending. Now you own one, you kind of forget that you have to buy another one again, and you know what I mean? So yeah, we're both like consciously trying to put money aside. So I'm putting like £1,000 a month into a savings account and all that kind of shit. But yeah, also with the gym membership, got to start being conscious about what I pay for. But I decided I want this before I joined the gym, so in my mind that's okay. So yeah, I'm just going for a little stroll around Bath while Laura's in the shop, and then when she comes out she'll ring me. I think she wants to go somewhere else, a card shop at the very least, and then we're going to get some, well, go back to Bristol, go to B&Q, potentially get some lunch. Thinking about getting a prep. Well, by saving money I don't mean like save every penny, still got to live your life and whatnot, but like, you know what I mean, just not being so blasé as I have been recently. But yeah, like I say, I'm quite well off, and I let that get to my head. And I'm trying to rein that in a little bit, but not too much. Still gotta live your life, you know, you earn it. Also, I don't think I'll be able to take my longboard, at least not with the wheels on, to AT tyres on to the gym. What I can do, the thing is, my bike is really awkward to get to and get back. I've got a smaller skateboard, I've got a penny board. That would be ideal. So maybe I'll have to try that. And like I say, next weekend, Laura's just got the car. So I'm gonna have to find a solution, whether or not it's bike or that, I don't know. I'm gonna try and get the bike out, but it's an option. Can I help you? Had an interesting, like, dull headache today. It's fine, like, when I'm on my computer and stuff, but it's like moving around that made it come on. We had dinner, and then I was like, went upstairs and like napped for a little bit. I actually fell asleep during Formula 1 as well. It's qualifying, not the race. Obviously it's Saturday, which is a bit odd. It's very unlike me. But yeah, otherwise it is now bedtime. I'm trying to think of anything else that's happened today. I don't think so. Got a little bag ready because tomorrow morning I'm going to the gym. I'm going nice and early before Laura gets up. So it opens at 7. I'm going to get there for just after 7. I'm excited. But I'm going to go in gym stuff, but I'm going to shower and come back. I'm excited. It's going to be great. Boys. Hello. Hello, baby. How you doing, my little man? Laura's been doing some decorating. Look at you. Yeah, you want your belly whoop? You want a belly whoop, Mr. Boo? Is this what you want? Yes, it is. I'll sit here and give you that belly whoop while I talk to the camera. Is that okay with you, my man? Yeah. Went to the gym today. I fucked it up though, because I drove all the way there and then realised I didn't have a mask. I wasn't very clever. So I drove all the way back. But I got there, I spent about an hour and a half in there. I did some running. I did some rowing. I did some cycling. I did some weights. I kind of just like tried to figure out how things worked. There's still like obviously a shitload of stuff I haven't tried yet, but I haven't really got like a plan of what I want to do when I get there yet. But it was really good fun. Really enjoyed it. So it was good stuff, wasn't it, Mr. Moo? Yes, it was, my baby. Yes, it was, my baby. He's kind of looking at me a little bit terrified. But yeah, so came back, done some programming, some cleaning, standard stuff. Laura talking to me? No. Yeah. Now we're going to bed. That's about it. It's someone outside, Mr. Moo. Someone walking down the street being noisy. You've got some gunk around your eye. Can I fix it for you? Is that dog barking? It's so noisy, that dog. It's not fair, is it? But yeah, so I haven't really done much else today, to be honest. Watched some Formula 1. Standard stuff. But yeah, we're hitting the routine tomorrow. So like, I've had my little sample days at the gym. Hitting the routine as of tomorrow. I haven't shaved today. Should have shaved. Didn't shave. Because I need to reset myself for a new routine. So, let's hit tomorrow hard, boys. We're going to have a successful day on Monday. On a Monday morning. Day 1, ladies and gentlemen, of the new me routine. I always vlog in this park. I don't know why. I just like it. Like over the past couple of weeks, I've basically been like pushing my wake up time earlier. So I now get up between like 5 and half 5. And like that's built me up some time in the mornings. I don't really meditate anymore. I previously used that to like fit in a meditation. Don't really do that anymore. That's interesting. But anyway, so I've done that, and then basically that's why it's possible for me to like go to the gym before work, because I can get to the gym for 6 relatively easily. But I'm trying to live my life by like more of a stricter schedule. So I'm like living out of a Google Calendar, and I've got like scheduled tasks and stuff. So like I literally got things like having a shave in my weekly schedule, which alternates every other day. I have the gym is going into my calendar at the beginning of the week, although this weekend, so in theory on a Sunday when I come back from the gym I'll add in the times when I'm going to go next week. That's not true this week because I need it to be relatively dry the day that I go at the weekend, because I haven't got a car. But the key thing is, this morning on my to-do list is render and schedule a daily vlog. So I'm very nearly a year behind. What am I, Jake fucking Wright? What the fuck is this? So I've scheduled a daily vlog for tonight. It's like day 2 with Monty, or like video 2 with Monty. But yeah, so basically on days where I'm not gymming, i.e. this week Tuesday and Thursday, and I think next week probably Tuesday and Thursday, the only odd thing about that is I used to go into the office on Tuesdays, so I don't know whether, and I get Friday afternoons off, so I don't know whether to do Wednesday and Friday some weeks or something, you know what I mean? So I haven't figured out exactly what days I'm going to be gymming. But yeah, so I'm living by this like schedule a little bit more aggressively. So hopefully when videos are like 14 days long, which most of them are now, so it's very rare that you'll get a video that's less than 14 days long, should be able to catch up like within a couple of months, within a month or two. So that's exciting. Also, like, I'm just feeling good about myself. My muscles are a bit achy from yesterday. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling good about my like schedules, and like when I'm not doing stuff, I'm like doing something that I think is quote unquote productive. So if that is learning how to get better at chess, or like watching while watching TV, doing a little bit of programming, learn how to get better at chess, that kind of thing. But yeah, I just want to be, what's the word? I just want to be deliberate about the things that I'm doing when I'm doing them and how much effort I'm putting into them, you know? So like yesterday I played Xbox for a little bit, therefore I like tried, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't just like bumbling around, I was like deliberately, I'm doing this to relax, you know? And like with what I was saying yesterday when I was in Bath about like money, I want to be not necessarily saving money or not necessarily spending my time quote unquote unproductively. I just want to be deliberate about how I'm spending my time or my money. So I don't want to be like flippant with stuff, but like, oh, I'm just going to sit here and scroll through whatever, you know? So it's Monday. I often start Monday feeling good and end it feeling shit. Let's see if that trend ends. Oh, but also I want to like, last week, as much as I went swimming and went to the gym last week, this week is like my first gym week. So I'm gonna like track what I do and stuff. So yeah, looking forward to that. What else? I'm also gonna like throw myself back into making hopefully interesting videos. Because if I'm gonna catch up, I don't want to catch up just to like quit, you know? I want this to turn back into what it used to be. I'm kind of having a bit of a renaissance. I don't know what that word means, but I feel like it fits. I'm trying to have a bit of a renaissance and go back to how I used to be, using my time productively, doing things that I think are productive / I enjoy / whatever, and then like become what I used to be again, which was like just a beast at getting shit done, you know? That's the dream. One of those days of meetings today. Not crazy productive, like, in general. We seem to have a significant number of meetings now, which are like 10 minutes long, and we basically decide we don't need the meeting, even though we do need the meeting. I'm like, what is going on here? Otherwise, really having some difficulties trying to explain to people that, like, you designed a test case that would trigger a rule. You keep asking me to change the test case because the rule didn't trigger. Are you going past the point now where it's not actually testing it now? Like, you wanted something to happen. Is the data right? And like, oh, it's really difficult to figure it out. I'm like, what are you copying? Let me tell me what you're looking at. Or you can't figure it out because it's on all these buckets. Copy and paste it. Put it in Excel. You can figure out the maths yourself. Oh look, there's X amount of events there. that's enough. That passes. We need more than 100 in this 30 days. And if like the random distribution is off a little bit, I'm like, right, okay. So the window is between here and here. Copy, paste, put it in, sum, bang. Guess what, guys? You got 117 events there. Stop coming back to me, telling me that we need different test data. Oh dear, but like the fucking thing they're testing is fucking shonky. I've invented a word, shonky. Yeah, otherwise I've been doing some figuring out pipelines and stuff. It's great fun because we have obviously a load of protections around test environments and all that shit. I'm trying to get this bloody pipeline to work, but no one cares about the kind of pipeline I'm trying to do. But after work, went for a walk, went shopping. It's currently absolutely raining, so maybe it's going to be raining tomorrow morning, to be honest with you. It's going to be drizzly, and I'm going to be swimming. Going swimming at 6 tomorrow, by which I mean I'll get there after 6, is the plan. Do I want to wear jeans when I leave, or do I want to wear... Why are there jeans there? Oh, they have to go back in it. Yeah, so I'm going swimming. It starts at 6, i.e. like the place opens at 6, so I'm able to get there for 5 past. Be a bit polite, you know. It's a fucking outdoor pool, guys. I'm well excited. I need pants, socks, trousers, which I'm currently wearing. They'll want to go in there. I don't want to wear shorts, do I? 13 degrees with light rain, but it is annoying putting jeans on with wet legs. Put jeans on, mate. Means I can wear... Oh, but I'm going to go in my... Oh no, I'll go with my swim shorts underneath my jeans. That'd be fine. Right, I've got my bag made, ready to go. Just need to put in... I'm going to wear shorts. I'm not being a little pussy. Just need to put in this hoodie. And then we're set. I've just forgotten to make breakfast for tomorrow, which I have these little grapefruits. Oh yeah. Afternoon, it's walk-in time. I've just had my little walk. I need to go pick up some butter because we forgot to put butter on the shopping list. Living the dream. Woke up this morning, went for a swim, 2,000 meters. It's an outdoor pool, wasn't raining. Oh, it's so nice. It's like, there was like 4 people there. And then like at most later there was like 6 or 8, and then you just kind of like file into your standard lanes. But there's like the sun is there, it drizzled for a little bit, the water's like nicely heated, and there's just like this little mist coming off the water. Oh, it's so fucking good. I'm a fan. The problem is, I was so like, I knew I had to leave for like 5 to 6. My alarm went off at latest 5:30, and I was so panicked about like missing it that I basically didn't sleep all night. I just like kept going to sleep for half an hour, waking up again. So, but otherwise I had a great time. Otherwise today's been a good day. I swooped in and helped out one of the teams with some testing they were doing. This was going to take them way too long to figure it out themselves. So did that, solved some of the problems for the other data thing I was doing. That's now in theory all sorted. Although I think they might be struggling with one last thing, but I'm pretty confident that's the rules. They've already fixed like 3 issues with their rules, so I've done my job. As much as they tried to blame me. But anyway, that's by the by. And then otherwise today is just like a lot of refinement and stuff and meetings and shit. Pretty good day. Planning on being productive this evening. Got to go back, have some dinner, and then what are we gonna do today? But I'm really enjoying the thing this morning. So basically, like, I got there, swam for an hour, so by that time it was like 10 past, quarter past to 10 past, quarter past, that time frame. So 7:15, got out, had a shower, got dressed basically for work, drove home, had 20 minutes to kick about. So I like fed Monty, made breakfast and stuff, and then I kind of sat on my laptop, finished my breakfast, had my tea. Fucking great. I'm a convert, boys. Thursday, it's hashtag long walk Thursday. So we're not going for a long walk, we're going for a hashtag gym and swim. So I want to go Thursday morning. I want to go for a sesh in the gym. and then like half-hour swim session after it. That's what I'm aiming for. Might just do gym, but that's the plan. But yeah, the pool was relatively like empty, but I think the gym, there was quite a few people going to the gym. But obviously, like during the day, there are people in there and people going in, whereas here there was only people going in. The car park was basically empty. So maybe it's not too bad, but we'll find out on Thursday what the gym's like so early. But yeah, my shoulders are fucking killing from the gym session on Sunday, not from swimming. But I was wrong. I forgot that we planned to talk to Beth in bed, so that's what we did. Oh, my nose. It's about 7 o'clock. My nose has just been streaming. I'm taking a hay fever tablet to try and stem it before I go to bed, but my lord, I've gone through so many tissues, it's unreal. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting long. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you later.